On Monday, 29th May this year, President Bola Tinubu in his inaugural speech said Nigeria's fuel subsidy will be scrapped. This announcement marked the end of almost 50 years of subsidy dating from the 1970s. On June 12th this year, the president called the removal of fuel subsidy a necessary sacrifice and promised that the government will repay Nigerians through massive investment in transportation, infrastructure, education, regular power supply, health care, and other public utilities.
The fresh subsidy is gone.
I have asked you, my compatriots, to sacrifice a little more for the survival of our country.
On 12 July this year, the president requested the passage of the 500 billion naira from the supplementary budget for subsidy palliatives, and the House of Representatives granted speedy approval on 14th July. They amended the 2023 Supplementary Appropriations Act to accommodate the president's request. Remember, a fuel subsidy is a measure taken by the government to lower the price of gasoline or diesel for the general public. It entails offering monetary aid or incentives to make up for prices of fuel products such as gasoline, diesel, or LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. The Collins Advanced Learners Dictionary says, palliative is an action that is intended to make the effect of a problem less severe, but does not actually solve the problem. In light of this, President Bola Tinubu has revealed that his administration will share 8,000 naira each to 12 million vulnerable households to cushion the negative effect of the federal government's recent removal of fuel subsidy. The 500 billion naira will be given as palliatives in form of conditional cash transfers directly to the bank accounts of the 12 million households. Spectrum Television took to the street to interact with citizens on the effect of the palliative on poor and vulnerable citizens. Recently, the President, Bola Tinubu, wrote to the House of Representatives to approve a 500 billion naira loan to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal. This is what some persons refer to as subsidy palliative. Well, we are in the streets of Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, to find out from citizens how this subsidy palliative will affect them. Will it reach out to the poorest poor? Will it be good for a common man? What are the effects?
I'm not in support of the opinion that they should give out palliative, because the reason is that when they bring palliative into Nigerian, it does not circulate into different homes. Just few people benefited from it. Then another thing, in this current situation that we are now in this country, I don't see the need. We don't see the need in this country for us to say let the government give out palliative.
The government, in my own opinion, don't really say the people's mind. They say their mind. Just wake up one day and make one drastic decision like that. Okay, imagine when Buhari came into power, he said he's going to make things cheap, do this, do that, giving false promises to the media and the people, confusing them. They don't even lead the people to a very good place, and likely telling the people they will change the money to coin. But now we are still using the same naira note, and now they are telling us that they are getting 5 billion. This 5 billion, where are they taking them to? Who and where? Which point is this money being circulated to, so that it will help the people? The people really need help. I don't know, for them, at times they used to make me feel Nigeria is not my country. I made a mistake coming, because they say what they don't want to do, and they keep promising, knowing that the people will support them, and after supporting them, they do another thing entirely. They don't stick to the people. And I really think that without 5 billion of a thing, if it so pleases him, because to me, I don't think that money will make any difference. The only thing is that we've heard they are getting 5 billion, but in the end of it, you hear this 5 billion has been squandered. Another money will be requested.
You know, anything in Nigeria is all about politics. So channeling the money to palliative, some poor homes will not be the beneficiary of those palliatives. So I think we should channel the money and repair our refinery so that at least everyone will benefit here in Nigeria.
Ever since I was born in this Nigeria as a country, I've never heard anything like palliative that has gotten to a common man. Me, I've never benefited from palliative. Even the lowest as the corona palliative, I did not see. How much more this fuel subsidy palliative that they want to do?
My problem is they should solve this problem because it affects everybody. Fuel now is 500 and something, and then it affects workers. They don't increase their salary, but they are increasing fare. How would they pay to work, pay their fee, transport to work? And now a single drop is 100 naira. Some places are 200. And so to and fro is difficult. So I am begging them, either they can do something to fix it, not for them to put money in any palliative that will not benefit the masses. Few people will chop the palliative, because last one I did not even see it, talk less of eating it.
I believe it's not a step in the right direction because right from the onset, the government have not been spending their money wisely. The money should have been taken should be taken for maybe for the vulnerables, for people that are not good, don't have physical cash. Also, they should have constituted a program such as the End Power and the other program that could have helped and cushioned the effect of the fuel subsidy. But this palliative is just a thing of the bourgeoisie class, the rich class, and taking the money for themselves. So I don't buy the idea of the palliative, because I believe it's still a scam by the government on running a fuel subsidy.
The president had earlier told a group of former governors at Aso Villa, "I understand that our people are suffering, yet there can be no childbirth without pain." Citizens therefore advised the government on some ideas they could channel the 500 billion naira to instead of the proposed fuel subsidy palliative.
We need the government to use that fund. Understand? We need the government to use that fund to repair our refineries, to make sure our refineries come to life. So that I think through that, the economy will set back. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So they should better do something that will benefit the people than getting money. Money will not solve the problem. That's it. Okay.
I don't think I support 500 billion, right, be circulated for palliative. I think they should channel the money to our refinery so that it will benefit us.
Please, if they want to do anything and they want people to benefit, they should put it into something else like agriculture, education, especially. Like me, that I'm a student. Before you know now, they'll do strike. Before you know, they'll say, go home and sit down. Then they want to do palliative. That palliative, they already have a list of people that they want to write there, and they've written down their names and they want to share the money to. It's just they cover up for their underground works. So please, I don't agree to it.
I think, in my own opinion, they will use the money to fix problems in either refinery or in any way we have problem in fuel. Not in anything like palliative, because we will just eat and it will finish. That problem will still exist. So for my own, I will beg the government to leave the palliative and concentrate on fixing the problem in that fuel. Either if we have a problem in the refinery, they fix it, remove those things that are bad. They fix the new thing, use that money to fix those things, and before we know it, this fuel will come down so that we all will benefit at the end. Not to do things that will still affect us, even our generation, even the one unborn. So that is my own opinion.
Then my advice is to the government that they therefore come up with a program that can help the people that are not employed. Because if you check the rate at which employment opportunity in Nigeria, we are below par. So it constitutes the one that will help most of the graduates that are out of work and people that are out of work, just like the End Power and everything that can help cushion the fare. But coming out with a palliative, and this palliative that they said is 8,000 naira per homes. It's 8,000 naira per. What can 8,000 naira do? 8,000 naira cannot help anybody. So with such, it's not the right step in the right direction.
Apparently, The sum of 500 billion naira will be sourced from the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act of 819.5 billion naira for the provision of palliatives to Nigerians to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. The impact is great.
Well, we've heard from the citizens. We hope the government listens because the power of the people, they say, is greater than the people in power. I am Blessing Dickson, reporting for Spectrum Television News.